everyone. Today I'm just going to show you a really simple video about making these little keychains. Now this all can be used on your own designs. You don't have to do this exactly, but I'm showing you some steps that will help you design quicker and easier. So let's just dive right into it. Whether you're a professional engineer, a hobbyist maker, or a student just getting started, having the right CAD software makes all the difference. What makes Onshape incredible is that it's entirely cloud-based, so it works on practically anything with a web browser, your laptop, tablet, phone, or a Chromebook. No heavy installations, no version control headaches, and sharing your designs with collaborators or clients is instant. When you sign up, you're automatically directed to the plan that fits your needs, whether you're working professionally, tinkering in your garage, or learning in the classroom. Stop letting your software hold you back. Onshape is the CAD system I use. Try Onshape Pro for free for up to 6 months at onshape.pro/Canra Creations. The first thing we're going to do is establish most of our measurements. So I like to do this when I design things, that as long as I have a measurement, I'm just going to put it in so that I don't have to remember it later. So to start doing that, we're in a part studio already. I'm going to go all the way to the right, go to my variable table, and I just start typing. So my first one is going to be the text itself. So I'm just going to write text. And for the next one, I'm going to do width. And then I'm going to do margin, whole, ring width, and then a fillet. So let's turn these into just names or something other than names. So the first one, text, we're just going to change that to any. And in that one, we're going to type hash or apostrophe. And then I'm just going to write subscribe just because I need some text and you should subscribe. So subscribe. And then another apostrophe. So remember to get those two apostrophes. So for the width, I'm aiming for 25 millimeter. My margin, I want that to be 6.5. And my hole, I want that to be 8. The ring width, I want that to be 3. And my fillet is another, let's say 5. We can change that later. All right, so to start this off, we're going to start with the actual text. So to do that, I'm just going to create a new sketch on the top plane. And then I'm going to select the text tool and I'm going to start in the origin and just drag out our little rectangle here. And then in this where it says default text, I'm going to right click, convert to expression. And then in that box, the new box that comes up, I'm going to write that hashtag text for my text variable. Now you can see that it already says subscribe up here. And when I check the box there, it's going to say subscribe. So the next thing we're going to do is add some dimensions to this. And this is where I'm doing a little bit of a trick. So my total width, I want that to be 25 millimeters, but I want that to be the width of the margin and the text and another margin at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to be the width, but then I'm going to add another couple of things here. So I'm going to do 2x and then margin. And then another like that. Sorry, I need to do margin times 2. And I forgot to do minus. The width is width minus margin times 2. I confused myself. All right, so next up we're going to hit OK for that sketch. Then we're going to create another sketch, and again on that top surface, I'm going to create a corner rectangle, just like that. And I'm going to swap to another corner rectangle, but this is going to be construction lines. And I'm going to just connect the corners. So you'll see that I've connected these two corners together by using that. And I've done the same over here. So what I can do is I can select those two and hit E for equals, so that they're always going to be the same size. So now they scale according to this text in the middle. And finally, I'm going to add a dimension, and that is going to be that margin dimension. All right, so that is starting to look like something. So now let's add in that little ring. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select my circle tool, and I'm going to create two circles, one bigger than the other. And then I'm going to do a construction line to this edge of that first circle, and then all the way into this point right there. Now this point I'm going to lock at 4 millimeters, and I will you'll see why in a little bit. So next I need to establish this ring width. So this ring width, I just set the dimension and select ring. And then finally, I'm going to select the dimension of this, and that is just going to be the hole. And now I'm going to connect this corner to here using tangents. So if you haven't done tangents before, you can pretty much just select anywhere on that circle and to this point. And then if you drag this over here somewhere so that it's close, I can select the line and the circle, and I'm going to hit that tangent up there. That is pretty much it. That's all we really needed. So one final thing is to hit OK. And let's start extruding. So I'm going to extrude the second sketch first, and remember to hit the opposite direction, and then 3 millimeters. You can, of course, select any thickness you want. I find that 3 millimeters is enough for this to be solid, and you can put it on your keychain and it won't be damaged. But it's also so that it won't take too long to print, because I want this to be a quick and easy print. And next, I want to do a fillet. So I'm going to go here to the radius. I'm just going to type in fillet. That'll use that variable that we just set. I'm just going to select the 4 corners of the original rectangle like so. And then finally, we're going to do another extrude, but we'll change it to a remove. And I'm just going to do 1 millimeter. You can do 1.5 or even 2. And I'm just going to select sketch number 1. Now that is going to remove just the text from our original piece. And there we go. That is pretty much it. For me, I like to chamfer edges to make things print a little bit better. And it is important that so that on the bottom you can do the entire face, but at the top, do not do the entire face. That will break it. So we're just going to select this edge and that edge, and it'll chamfer that. So if you need a quick print for a friend, or you just need to make a little tag for something, you can go into this variable here, change this text to be anything else. So I'll change it to my nickname, and then the model changes. You can export and print. That's it for the actual construction. Now you can print that. You can print it in solid color. You can even use solid color prints, and then just fill in the text with a Sharpie. Works really well. Super quick, clean and quick. You can do a dual filament. So you print one filament, do a filament swap halfway after the text. And if you want to use that for like a phone number, for a tag, or for something, or your keychain, you just want to put your phone number on there. That's of course good, a good way to do it. One thing you can do is you can use that first text side and then add another text to the other side with like a phone number. There's no limit to what you can do with this little technique. It's a really quick, nice thing to have. If you get a visitor over and you want to show them your 3D printer, or you just want a quick little gift for someone special, like if you have some visitors for the first time that they're in your house and you want to give them something, just go into your computer, type in their name, export, print, and it's done in about 5 to 10 minutes. So hope that was good enough for you to learn something. And if you want to check out the document, I'll leave this document in the description. You can always just export and use it as you want to. So that's it for me. That's it for this video, and please subscribe, thumbs up, and have a good one. Bye. Oh yeah, uh, I'll end this. Bye.